Shalom family, I will be reading from the Sefer Bible, 2nd Maccabees, chapter 1. The brethren, the Yehudim, that be at Jerusalem and in the land of Yehud, wish unto the brethren, the Yehudim, that are throughout Mitzrayim, health and peace. Elohim be gracious unto you, and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Yishak, and Yaakov, his faithful servants, and give you all a heart to serve him and to do his will with a good courage and a willing mind. And open your hearts in his Torah and commandments, and send you peace, and hear your prayers, and be at one with you, and never forsake you in time of trouble. And now we be here praying for you. What time, as Demetrius reigned, in the 139th year, we, the Yehudim, wrote unto you in the extremity of trouble that came upon us in those years, from the time that Yacon and his company revolted from the Holy Land and kingdom, and burnt the porch, and shed innocent blood. Then we prayed unto YAHUAH, and were heard. We offered also sacrifices, and fine flour, and lighted the lamps, and set forth the loaves. And now see that you keep the feast of Chanukah in the month Kislev. In the 184th year, the people that were at Jerusalem and in Yehudah, and the council and Yehudah, sent greeting and health unto Aristobulus, King Ptolemy's master, who was of the stock of the anointed priests, and to the Yehudim that were in Mitzrayim. So much so, as Elohim has delivered us from great perils, we thank him highly, as having been in battle against a king. For he cast them out that fought within the holy city. For when the leader was come into Persia, and the army with him that seemed invincible, they were slain in the temple of Neniah by the deceit of Neniah's priests. For Antiochus, as though he would marry her, came into the place, and his friends that were with him, to receive money in name of a dowry, which when the priests of Neniah had set forth, and he was entered with a small company into the compass of the temple, they shut the temple as soon as Antiochus was come in. And opening a privy door of the roof, they threw stones like thunderbolts, and struck down the captain, hewed them in pieces, smote off their heads, and cast them to those that were without. Blessed be our Elohim in all things, who has delivered up the wicked. Therefore, whereas we are now purposed to keep the purification of the temple upon the 25th day of the month Kislev, we thought it necessary to certify you thereof, that you also might keep it, as the feast of Chanukah, and of the fire, which was given us when Nehemiah offered sacrifice, after that he had built the temple and the altar. For when our fathers were led into Persia, the priests that were then devout took the fire of the altar privily, and hid it in a hollow place of a pit without water, where they kept it sure, so that the place was unknown to all men. Now after many years, when it pleased Elohim, Nehemiah, being sent from the king of Persia, did send of the posterity of those priests that had hid it to the fire. But when they told us they found no fire, but thick water, then commanded he them to draw it up, and to bring it, And when the sacrifices were laid on, Nehemiah commanded the priest to sprinkle the wood and the things laid thereupon with the water. When this was done, and the time came that the sun shone, which afore was hid in the cloud, there was a great fire kindled, so that every man marvelled. And the priest made a prayer while the sacrifice was consuming. I say, both the priests and all the rest, Jonathan beginning, and the rest answering thereunto, as Nehemiah did. And the prayer was after this manner: O YAHUAH, YAHUAH ELOHIM, creator of all things, who is fearful and strong and righteous and merciful, and the only and gracious King, the only giver of all things, the only just, almighty, and everlasting. You that deliver Yasharal from all trouble, and did choose the fathers and sanctify them. Receive the sacrifice for your whole people, Yasharal, and guard your own portion and sanctify it. Gather those together that are scattered from us. Deliver them that serve among the heathen. Look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that you are our Elohim. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong. Plant your people again in your holy place, as Moshe has spoken. And the priests sang psalms of thanksgiving. Now when the sacrifice was consumed, Nehemiah commanded the water that was left to be poured on the great stones. When this was done, there was kindled a flame, but it was consumed by the light that shined from the altar. So when this matter was known, it was told the king of Persia that in the place where the priests that were led away had hid the fire, there appeared water, and that Nehemiah had purified the sacrifices therewith. Then the king, enclosing the place, made it holy, after he had tried the matter. And the king took many gifts and bestowed thereof on those whom he would gratify. And Nehemiah called this thing Nathar, which is as much as to say a cleansing, but many men call it Nethu. I pray that you will meditate on his words with a soft heart. I hope you will repent and join the journey in becoming a witness for Yah. May Yahuwah be with you. Shalom.